That doesn't suck. Hey everybody, Luxinda Swirl here, new day, new Tumbler project. Here's the thing. My favorite YouTuber, Anthony Crammon, has come down with COVID. He tested positive for it, I think it was Christmas Eve day, lost his sense of taste so he couldn't enjoy Christmas dinner, and that was yesterday, and apparently today feels really crappy. So I wanted to try and do something from way over here in the US to cheer him up, and it took me a minute or two to think of what that might be, and I thought, well, let's make a cup, because it's what I do. So I have a 20-ounce skinny straight tumbler from Makerflow. I sanded it, spray painted it white, and put on a layer of KS Liquidy Split, their fast set resin, that I mixed with mostly mother of pearl and just a hint of powder blue. I thought that might be nice. And here's the result. It's 3 hours later, and it's not a perfect finish, but it's darn close, and we're gonna run with it because I want to make this cup. So here we go. We're going to put water slides on this. I have already trimmed my water slide down, and if you saw the recent rice paper wrap tumbler, you will know that I probably trimmed it down too far. I think I did. Spoiler alert. So we'll see what happens. My idea for making this a fun tumbler that he might appreciate is to do a sort of tribute to one of my favorite videos that he's made. I'm cutting this up off camera because as soon as you see it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I am going to make a Terry's Chocolate Orange Anthony Crammon cup, right? So I screen captured some images off the actual videos, including the outtakes video. That's where this one comes from. And I have some more here, and put them in Cricut Design Space, arranged them how I wanted them, printed them out, did the whole 3 layers of sealer to seal them real good, and now we're gonna put them on a cup. Hopefully everything will fit. I've done this pretty quickly this afternoon. This was not something I had any plan for when I got up this morning. So if it doesn't come together smoothly, I'll blame it on that. I'm not the world's quickest thinker. It takes me a while sometimes to figure things out. Thank goodness for Liquidy Split though. Some of you may be wondering why I use Cricut Design Space when it doesn't print big enough to do a full cup wrap, and you're absolutely right, but I wanted to fiddle around with a bunch of different images of these screen captures, and I was having a terrible time trying to make it work in Inkscape. So I decided I would do this in 2 parts, which is why I've got 2 separate water slides here, so that I could do it in Design Space and it would still hopefully wrap around the cup and look pretty good. Not quite there yet. Come on. Loosen up. All right. I have trouble with this, so I'll just do it this way. There we go. Now, where does it end up on the other side? Did I cut too much off? Yes, I did. Yay, me! It's close. It's real close. I was hoping to get it like, you know, spot on so that it wouldn't double overlap and cause a darker strip, but come on, work with me here. Oh man, big bubbles. Work them out. Oh, this may work. Ha! Just do this without ripping anything. That would be ideal. It is stretchy. I mean, that's the whole point of the Plastidip glossifier, is to give it stretch. But still, this is pretty nice. Damn. I had to lop off his hand. That was where I opted to keep this hand and lop off this one when I trimmed it. It was just a partial hand anyway. So. All right. Dang. Well done, me. Okay, now the second bit. Hopefully this will help you learn something about water slides. I could probably cut it apart here too. Okay, let's put these in, let them get soaking. And we'll try and put it all together. Ah, I forgot to say, this is my Hippoo, H-I-I-P-O-O water slide paper. Maybe I did say. This is all happening in such a blur. Again, I like planning things. I am not a spur-of-the-moment gal. Okay. This goes over here. Jeez, I've been holding my breath. I have never done a water slide compilation quite this intricate. I'm sure other people have done lots more intricate ones than this. But this whole piecing it together is a little new for me. Look at that. Not too shabby. All right, the whole thing gets to dry now, and I will bring you back when it's time to put a layer of resin on. And at that point, unless I screw it up somewhere along the way of either letting it dry or putting the final layer of resin on, it will be done, and I will send him a picture. You'll see this after all that. Hopefully by the time you see this video, he will be all better and feeling wonderful again. And we're back. Okay, so this turned out pretty nice. Not great, pretty nice. And here is a short clip of the longer clip I sent him. He said it definitely cheered him up. I am going to mess with this some more because I'd like to make it even better. This bothers me. It could have been better. I thought I had it all squeezed shut, but clearly as it dried, and then I didn't futz with it again after that because I would have torn something probably. So I'm gonna try and see with some alcohol inks if I can't maybe close this up without making it really obvious in the process, because that's not what I'm trying to do here. Meanwhile, we also have this little space on the front, which I think I can also do. I'm picking some marabou colors here because they're relatively watery, so I don't run the risk of really overwhelming what's already on the cup with a bunch of bright colors. And I'm going to try the metallic coral, maybe. I also have the metallic orange, but I don't know. I can try both. The nice thing about this is because we have resin on here, if I put down some alcohol ink and it just looks hideous, I can wipe it right off with some isopropyl alcohol. I want to match the gloves also because there's a little gap there, and the closest thing I have is this gentian, which is a little scary because of all the marabou inks. This is a really deeply pigmented alcohol ink, unlike most of their kind of watery ones. So I'm not sure. Again, it may call more attention to the gap than cover anything up. So I think this is my closest bet, and I'm just going to get out a makeup sponge and see if we can cover things up and not make them more noticeable than they already are. Oh, I also have my Stickles out because once we've done the alcohol ink thing, or decided against it completely, I also thought about going around the top, and initially I was going to go with some other complementary color, but I thought, you know, these colors work perfectly just the way they are. So lo and behold, from my amazing Stickles box, I pulled Orange Slice and Blue Bayou, which looked to me to be pretty darn close. I'm not going to go for anything fancy. I am not a fine artist, but maybe just some little accents. We'll see. Draw people's attention away from all the flaws. My glasses on, that could be key here. I am going to start with the coral and the gentian. That's so colorful, it's nothing. Let's see what the orange looks like. I don't really want the metallic, I just want the color. Okay. And then here's our gentian. Again, this may not work. May not be strong enough either. Here I thought I was going to have too much trouble. Well, that's not bad. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Up close it doesn't hide anything. From farther away, it definitely helps. And it will have another layer of epoxy resin over it. Let's see what I can do with this spot here. I think this one's going to be pretty easy. Or not. It's close. It's not perfect though. Okay. That doesn't suck. I tell you what, once this goes into production, I'll come up with a better plan. That's the new idea. When I sent this to Anthony Cramen, he said, clearly everyone's going to want one. So, you know, when this goes into production, I'll just do a better job. That looks okay. We will do better in production. And now this looks all right. I'm happy with that. Now what I need to do is figure out what I want to do with my Stickles. And because I am not a fine artist, if I were, I would be doing, you know, pretty curly cues and whatnot, but this stuff is not that predictable. I discovered when I was doing my self-portrait in resin with it. So I'm thinking I'm going to keep this real simple and do dots. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure about that either. Maybe I should just leave well enough alone. Let's see what the other one looks like. think a row of those all the way around. There's room for it. And it'll dry a lot flatter than it looks now. Of course, I'm already not in a straight line. Yay! And I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. Seemed like a good idea in my head. Like adding little jewels, like the rhinestones on his gloves. Which, by the way, he said I could have. Just saying. All right, I'm gonna stop futzing. That doesn't suck. Yay. Maybe that's what I'll call my new channel. That doesn't suck. Oh my gosh. Okay, I am gonna let this dry. Actually, I should probably put it like that. I'm gonna let this dry completely. So obviously it will need another layer of resin, if not more than that. I can still, up until the last minute when I put the resin on, I can still take this off with alcohol. This is all right. I'm not unhappy with that in the least. I wonder if I should, no, that's too much. We'll just leave it alone down here. No point begging for trouble. I think, unless something happens that I need to show you in the interim, I will put one final layer of resin on it. I have not put any Marabou Rainbow alcohol ink into this to this point, and I will not put it in the last layer either. It doesn't need it. It's blindingly sparkly already. So it could very well be that the next time you see this, it'll be out in the sunshine for the big reveal.